So we're going to start off with a warm-up, and today's warm-up is just going to be for 30 seconds, marching right here, and let's just do some twists, separate our legs, hip distance width apart as we turn right here, nice and easy. Just warming up, keeping your legs in a nice even position on the chair, not to turn your body too much, but just your core right here. All right, and now we're going to lean over to the side. Good morning. We're just getting ourselves warmed up for the work at hand. Today is all seated. We're going to do some moves that you can do every morning, especially for those ladies that are dealing with low back issues, hip issues, knee issues, and we need to save our legs, save our knees. So today is all upper body. Let's do one more of these, and then we're going to start the warm up or start the work. So we're going to do some wide leg reaches. We really want to use the core. We really want to use the arms. So let's get ready to start for 30 seconds, okay? So wide leg lunges. So we're here, and I want you to come down as far as you can, okay? When you feel your lower back start to engage, that's when you know it's time to come right back up. Everybody's is going to be different, but we're just warming up the body, just getting it ready for the day at hand. A few more of these. You're really going to feel this in your hip. Come over as far as you can. Make sure you have that nice sturdy chair. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. 10-second reset. So now we're going to bring our legs in closer together. I started to cancel today, but as you can see, I have a knee brace on, and I was like, what better day to start than a day that I am a little impaired and my meniscus has been pulled, and I have to be careful. So I was like, I'm not going to cancel. I'm going to definitely do the workout. Let's do our next move right here. So we're going to do some sweeps. We're really going to use our arms with this. So you might want to come a little closer to the edge of the chair, and let's go up with big arms, and we sweep all the way down. Make sure you keep your head up, especially if you have blood pressure issues. There's no need to hold your head down. You're not moving in space, so you can keep your head up facing the camera right here. Nice big sweeps. Try to put a nice little arch in your back if you can. If not, don't worry about it. Just move the body back and forth. Nice reach, getting all of that thoracic spine in there. Big arms, and let's count it down, and we'll go 5 all the way down, and 4 all the way down. Remember, head is up. 3, looking at the camera, and 2, and last 1, and down. All right, so now we're going to separate those legs again. You might want to sit back in your chair. So now we're going to use mostly our arms, of course, and we're going to open up big, really opening up our chest, opening up our back, and let's start with our arms out in front of us, and let's go big as far as you can, and close, and big, and close. So while you're doing this, I want you to really to move in that chair. You can move your body forward and back ever so slightly without getting out of the chair. There we go. Nice open arms. If you've been sleeping real stiff, this is going to help you to get that blood flow in those areas of the body. You want to wake them up to start your day. There we go. All the way back as far as you can go. Don't overstretch it. Go where your body is comfortable. We're trying to help heal the body, not hurt the body. Let's do 3 more, and 3, and back, and 2, pushing it out, and back, and last 1, push it out, and back. All right, you might want to give your neck a few little rolls, give your shoulder a few little back and forth rolls right here. Now we have 3 more moves that we're going to do. So now we're going to take that left leg. We're going to send that left leg out, not causing pressure on the knee or the ankle or anything like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some sweeps. So we're going to sit tall and we're going to sweep it all the way and bring it back. Sweep it all the way. You're really going to feel this really pulling in your hamstring, which is the muscle that's behind your quadricep, which is your front muscle, the major muscle in the front of your leg. So now we're doing that hamstring. So you're going to feel this muscle pull. You're going to feel your glutes pull. And you might even feel it a little bit in your lower back, all right? So we send it all the way out and we bring it back to our starting position. All the way out and send it back in our starting position. Let's do a few more of these. Let's count it down. Let's go 5. Really stretching out that leg. 4, keeping your heel on the ground. 3, toes pointed to the air. And let's go 2, bring it up, and last 1. And you might want to hold it, and slowly come up 1 vertebrae at a time, and done. All right, bring that leg back in. Now we have to do the right leg. I always like to start off with the left leg to change our brain, because so much of our life we've always been saying right, left, right, left. I always like to teach my classes doing left, right, left, right. Let's change the brain. Let's reset. Sometimes our left side is our weak side. So when we have more energy in the beginning of the workout, let's always start with the left side. Now we can do our right side. I'm going to be very careful. All right, so that heel is out. The toes are pointing to the ceiling. And we have 20 of these, all right? So we're going to go out right here and up. And you might not feel it as much on one side as the other. I know I'm a little tighter on my left side than I am on my right side, because my right side is my dominant side. So everything I do, I'm always starting on the right. That's why I like to teach classes starting on the left. Got it? So I don't really feel this one on this side of the body. All right. So just keep it nice and easy. Remember, head is always up. Head is always up. We don't want the blood flow to go to the head. Nice. So now if I make a slight adjustment, if I come off a little closer to the edge of the chair, I can really feel the pull now, whereas I couldn't feel it before because I had to make an adjustment. And I'm sure it's because of my leg being in this soft brace. Let's do 2 more. 1 and last 1 and up. All right. So that's leg sweep. So now our move out of the 6 moves, because we had 6 moves that we were doing, plus our 2 warm-up moves. So now we're going to reach to the floor. So we want to separate our legs as far as we can, wider than hip distance width apart. Really get into that chair. So you might want to make sure you're in the middle of that chair. Separate those legs, and we're going to reach to the floor and all the way up. You don't have to touch the floor. That's not always the goal. But the goal is to reach for it and all the way up. Now, if you can touch the floor, that's a great thing, but that's not the goal. Remember, we're reaching for the floor and we're going up. So we tap down and we up, and we tap down and we up. There we go. And we tap and we up, really opening up that lower back, giving our hips a nice little shot early in the morning, getting rid of that lower back stiffness. Then we go reaching up and down, things that we all day. We reach to the floor. We also reach overhead, going into the cabinet, getting things, putting things up. There we go. These are functional moves that can help you in everyday life. But we kicking off the series, relaunching a series with some seated morning moves. Next week, we're going to do some standing morning moves. So there's a pattern going on here. It's always going to be about functionality, about mobility, and about strength. Let's do 2 more of these, and 2, and reach, and 1, and reach. Woo! Yeah, all right, let's bring it in. I'm very careful on how I bring it in. I don't just pick it up and bring it over. All right, so we have a few more minutes left. So we're going to go through each exercise, all 6 exercises. We're only going to do each one 5 times. 5 count. All right, so let's start at the top with the wide leg lunges. So wider than hip distance width apart or outside of the chair. And remember, each thing we're doing right now is a count of 5. So let's seat it. I like to call them seated good morning. So it's 5 and up, and 4 and up, and 3 and up, and 2 and up, and 1 and up. All right, so that was our first 5. We're going down. We have 5 more moves, 5 repetitions on each one. Okay, so now we're going to do those arm sweeps as big as you can. It's going to be much easier this time than it was the first time, because now your body knows what to do. It's already warmed up. It's already been there. Muscle memory. So let's go 5 all the way back, and 4, and head is up. Come on. And 3, come on, make it big. And 2, and last one, and 1, and bring it back. Hopefully you don't have a wall behind you and you can really go big and open up those arms. All right, so now we're going to do an open and close, starting with the arms nice and open, and close is 1, open, close, 2, open, close, 3, use that back, use that core, close, 2, open, and close, 1. Oh, that feels so good. I don't know about you, but it's so good for my shoulders. All right, let's go our left leg sweep and then our right leg sweep. And let's go sweep it out. 5 and 4. Ooh, really getting in my glutes. And 3. Hopefully it's opening you up. 2 and 2. Last one and 1. And there we go. Bring it back in. Reset, resettle. Get yourself ready for the right leg. 5 reps. Let's go. Put that leg out. Toes are pointed. And 5. Bring it up. And 4, a lot of leaning forward. And 3, big arms. And 2, and let's go one more. And 1, and done right there. Our last move right here. Remember, our arms and our legs are our major muscles. So as long as we're using one set of those major muscles, it's going to get that heart rate up. It's going to get that blood flowing. All right, let's bring those legs out more than hip distance width apart, as wide as they can possibly go is where you want to go, okay? So that's okay if those toes point out in opposite directions. We're going to really try to reach for that floor, our last 5 moves. So right here, 5, up, and 4, and up. Squeezing, getting the work right here, and 3 in our inner thighs. And 2, we call those our adductors, ADD, and 1, and up. Gently bring it back in, especially if you have knee or hip problems. And that is our seated morning move routine. Hold on to that. You know it won't stay on Facebook, but if you head over to YouTube, it'll be saved on my YouTube channel. And also I want to announce today, ladies, if you're here in the greater New Orleans area, we are having in-person classes starting in November. I'm going to be putting up the schedule, putting everything out on social media. We're back live. The month of November, can't say that fast early in the morning. The month of November is Mondays and Wednesdays, and we might change that to Tuesday and Thursday for the rest of the classes. But for November only, Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:15. We're going to be sub-releasing a hall out in New Orleans East, right off Prouder, not too far. But I'll follow up with more information. So if you're here in New Orleans, now you have a chance to work out with Coach T live and in person.